Hi guys, good afternoon. We just came from trampoline. It was kind of interesting too. Coming back from trampoline, the girls and I actually saw this woman with, I guess, those people that are working with people with disabilities, and it's just so sad to see that some people they rough these kids. It's not a pretty sight. And although I know that some of these kids have, like issues of their own, or they some of them can be hostile for whatever the reason is, it was just really hard to see, right? Wasn't it? Mm-hmm. We saw this one woman just like roughing and fighting, and I get it because I've heard people say that you sometimes have to fight, but then there was this other one who was just like, you could just see it. She was just very sour and disgruntled, and just had you can just tell that there's no compassion for working in the field, and that's unfortunate because a lot of people don't necessarily want to work in that field. So these jobs are then just being passed on to anyone who wants a job, whether or not they're capable, or if they are even really fit to just work in that particular area. I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't feel very good. And I was on the phone with Aaron, and I was talking to him, and he was just like, you can just tell it broke his heart too, just hearing it. It's just, no one likes that. And you have to wonder, there are some parents, it's like some families where, they take care of their kids primarily, but because their child may have an issue of some kind, there are programs where they'll send people to go pick up the child, to take them out to activities, just to give the parents a break. And you have to wonder, are these, like that person that I saw today, is this one of those cases? And meanwhile the parent might be back at home just thinking, my child is in good hands. You have to really question that now. Maybe, I hope I'm not misinterpreting it, but that's what it's appeared from us being in the car just watching. It appeared that she was teasing him, and I'm not saying that these people's jobs are all easy. It's just that I feel like you have to have a special kind of heart when you're working in these kind of fields, and you have to just be kind and caring and gentle and patient. And I know people have lives outside of that. They have lives. If I had to work in a field like that, I'd have a life of my own. But it's a job, and you do get paid for it, and people do expect, spectacular work from you, regardless of your day and the intensity, or regardless of your home requirements, or you what I mean. So it's just, I don't know, it was just tough to see, and I just wanted to kind of vent by talking about it, because we left our activity already, and we just came by the grocery store, and it's just been like sitting on my heart for a little bit. Let me know, have you guys ever seen anything like that? Have you ever encountered or witnessed anything like that? Michaela took down the girl's license plate number. She's like, I took it down, She gets that from me because I'm one of those people, so, though you want to mind your own business, like at the same time you see certain things, sometimes you just never know. So I'm guilty of writing down license plate number, which is hence why she does it. But she took it down in case, and I guess that was good of her, being observant. But let me know, have y'all ever seen anything like that, or witnessed something that you thought was unjust? And I don't know if you ever really followed it through completely, but how did you feel about it? And did you ever feel like, I don't know, intervening or trying to help? Just let me know. Comment down below. That makes it a little less non-plastic. I'm talking to these girls about eating plastic cheese, because they wanted to try these Lunchables. I don't usually buy them. I'd rather buy the real cheese and crackers. So, I don't know, Lunchables were on sale. It was like 3 for $6. And I spent the money, and I bought it for them. It's not like I bought it for them in the past, especially for Michaela when she was younger, but she didn't like them.
She always bought ham.
But you like ham. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Well, I didn't like them when I was a baby then.
Yeah, maybe you didn't like them as a baby, but you liked it. And she didn't eat them, so that's why I don't generally buy it. And because the stuff in it is processed. Like, I was making a joke with them just now, saying like they like processed cheese, that it's not real.
It's fake, made out of plastic.
I mean, I'm not even sure with processed cheese. I think there can be some parts of the cheese some real cheese, but it's not all real. It's artificial, which isn't good.
No, it's not the real part. What's not the real part?
Oh, you can feel the texture in what you're eating. But does it taste good? We got a verdict. The plastic still tastes good.
When if you eat it by yourself, you can taste it.
What? If you eat it by yourself, you can taste it. When you eat it with someone else, you don't taste it. Is that what you're trying to? Is that what you're trying to say? When it's eaten by itself.
And you can taste the flavor.
Kids, say the darndest thing. You were a very picky eater. You ate Cheerios 90% of the time when you were a little kid. You didn't want to eat anything. All you wanted was to snack on Cheerios and drink booby until you were 2 years old. The world now knows this. And you'd throw your sweet potato all over your clothes, all over Dad and I, all over the floor as if you could clean, right? That was your life. You protested. You're like, I do not want this baby food. And such was life until you finally gave it a chance, I guess. You actually ended up liking sweet potato. But I kid you not when I say half of it was on the floor and your clothes versus in your stomach.
I can believe that.
True life. Real life. Real life stories.
Oh, look at my cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys did the same thing. Except you and Charlotte were pretty independent. You didn't want boob at like 10 months. I was nursing and you just abandoned me. You were just like, I don't want this anymore. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I can give you the bottle. And you're like, nuh-uh, I don't want that either. I want a sippy cup, thank you. And I was like, girl, but you are like 10 months old. And you were like, so? Maybe you didn't exactly say it, you know, but you were all about the sippy cup, you and Charlotte. And you guys were both drinking from sippy cups at 10 months old. It was a little bit odd, but it was cool. We did it and you all survived.
Like kid geniuses.
My kid's a genius.
I still would. Wait, Mom, do you think I still have the feeling to drink this?
I'm going to touch base with y'all when we reach home. The funny thing is I have my blinkers on right now because I just made a left turn, but my blinkers were still on. Here I am driving and those people are like, probably like, what is this crazy woman about to do? They probably think I'm about to turn left in like the single lane. They're like, where is she going to go? Because if she goes left, she's going to go into us. Sorry, everyone. Sorry I scared you. Sorry. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
Oh, guys, tonight I'm going to
Cause tonight's gonna be a good night.
Tonight, guys.
Cause tonight's gonna be... So I'm back at home, guys, okay? What I didn't tell you about in the car was that I literally ran into the grocery store to pick up one thing. Does that happen to you guys a lot where you go into the grocery store to just pick up something small? I went to go pick up, I don't know, some kind of a meat for supper because I did buy a lot of beef last week and we were using them for different things. I was trying something new where I was trying to create a supper idea around just, I don't know, meat that I bought. But I feel like I just didn't want to... The leftovers that I had, I thought it would be enough for today's supper, but it's not. So I went to the store to go pick up some kind of meat. I was thinking chicken or pork, and which I picked up pork. But I ran in to pick up one thing. I ended up picking up a whole bunch of stuff.
I picked up 5 of these, 10 of bananas, because the 5 that I'm looking at over to the side are ripe. They're ripened, and I have to cook them. I have to bake them, because I just can't have them. I feel like I look strange with that. I picked up kale. No, this is collard greens. I didn't pick up collard greens, or kale, because I have kale in the fridge. I picked up collard greens because this is my weekly go-to. I love this stuff. I could eat this whole thing in one serving. That's how much I love it. So I picked up that. I had multiple things I actually needed to pick up. I did need to pick up rice. So it was some kind of a meat and some kind of a rice. I ended up picking up the rice. Diana sauce. Let me know if you guys use this kind of stuff. I really don't use money sauce.
I picked up bologna. Oh, and we picked up the Lunchables. All in total, that thing was like, it was like $60 at the grocery store when I really just intended on spending, I don't know, maybe $10 or $15 to pick up what I needed. So yeah, it's really good to have a budget. Aaron and I are trying to work on a budget and trying to stick to the things that we want to pick up. And I feel like I've done a great job last week, but I find that if I don't have a budget of some kind or have a plan beforehand, if I go in the grocery store, this is what happens. And I don't like the idea of picking up more stuff on stuff, because we always have food in our house. I like the idea of finishing up what we have inside the house before I want to just run out and pick up more stuff, because if we don't finish what we have, some of it goes bad, especially produce. So, you know, I don't want to waste food. It costs a lot of money, and the kids have to learn that. So excuse my rant for a little bit, but that's the drill. That's...
I went upstairs.
Oh, stop it. You hear this kid talking about I've been nonstop. But anyways, how do you guys like my little hairstyle? Benji, cut it out. Cut it. How did Joey did it? Cut it out. Cut it out.
Hey, Mommy, wait. Should I finish my, what do you call it, Skill Smart instead? But Skill Smart has math in it.
Oh,
and I did finish the unit of math.
Okay, go ahead. Yep.
I got it with math.
Excuse me?
Nothing. I did.
Is she trying to slack, Char?
Actually, I should read this unit first. I'm actually doing the exact same unit.
Has the chocolate gotten to your little head?
Nope. I just need help.
You and them deep dimples. You're such a cutie patootie. I love you.
I love you too.
She does not need your help,
Yeah,
girl.
yeah. Me.
Draw that. Charlotte, you know this. I explained this to you already. Fill in each blank with the correct answer. What time is this? It's pointing to the 8. What does that mean?
8:30.
The small hand is pointing to the hour, right? That's the hour hand. It's pointing to 8. And yep, you already know the time. So if it's 8:30, it means it's...
Oh. Okay. I know I get it.
Because it's the end of the school year, we're in this process where we're actually trying to wrap up a lot of our... She just bumped my hand. Wrap up our individual schoolwork. So this section right here is Michaela's, minus a few books that she's working on. And then this section here is the one that I use basically for everyone.
12 take away 7 is on Benji.
I forgot that I probably shouldn't have used this pot, eh? This pot is peeling off on the inside. Guys, Charlotte and I are cleaning up the rice. I have her in the kitchen helping. My little helper. How's it feel to help?
Feels really good.
Feels really good. She's helping to clean out the rice, so she's taking out all the, you know, in certain rice that you buy. I find it in these ones with the whole grain or parboiled rice. They always have some kind of stuff in them that you have to clean out. Unfortunately, though, I had to switch pots. I was working in this pot, but I gotta cook my rice in this big pot now, because this one, the lining, don't mind the rice grain inside, because I just transferred it, because I'm still gonna wash that rice again. But the lining on the inside is it's stripping, and I don't want us to be eating that stuff in our food. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to this pot. It was a good pot while it lasted. It was actually a cheaper brand. I did Starfrit is what it's called. I don't know the quality of this brand, but I just came by it in Home Sense, I think. This one, however, this is a really, really good pot set. Revere, I think is what it's called. I know it's a good pot set. It came with the pan, the pot, and this was a gift from my mother-in-law when Aaron and I first got married. It was our housewarming gift, and it was really expensive. It was like, girl, stop doing that, please. It lasts a really long time, and yeah, it's definitely well worth it. Now I gotta just rinse my rice out after she's done playing in it. Gross. I'm joking. Don't think that. She washed her hands. I did make sure she washed her hands before she helped, right?
Yep.
Yep. Because we like to handle our food
Cleanly.
with cleanly.
With clean hands.
With clean hands. What are those two up to, though? Oh, guys, check out my burn, okay? This is an update on my burn. This is the state of it now. Ay caramba, huh? Oh my gosh, I hope it doesn't leave a scar. I'm starting to put vitamin E oil, which is bio oil, on it because it's completely healed. That's just a new skin now. I did use a lot of polysporin, so now that the scab is coming off of the burnt skin, I hope that this heals really well. Let me know, have y'all ever had a burn this bad? Oh, and too bad. It has to be like right, kind of like in the middle of my forearm. Well, it's not exactly in the middle, but now it looks like I've got a watch on my hand. This is not a bling bling. Like,